Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. Hey, this is just going into a more MOTB, or what is now being termed as the BCI, which, it's the MOTB. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So, going into this, repeat, going into this word for mark, because you have I know the apostle Gabar, I believe, went into a lesson going into mark. I just saw the title, but you have a number of words for mark. The name, a monetary, a distinguishing mark, like a blemish or anything like that. There's a lot of the word mark has a lot of different meanings. So it helps, or not just helps, you need to go into the etymology, the root words, the original language that the scriptures were written in, to get the understanding. Because if you just go by mark, it could be a number of things, like I mentioned. So this is a G5480 charagma, and it says a stamp and imprinted mark. And this is what those that are going to be following Satan, the Esau Edom, the physical counterpart of Satan on the earth, they're going to be following after him. They're going to receive this mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this is an RFID micro chip, or different things. It can go in your hand, in your brain, or wherever in your body. This is basically that implant. It's going to carry all kinds of information. But this is your badge of servitude. This is your new form of ID. So from here, we're going to go to this next one, G5482, Harax. And it says, from Carasso to sharpen to a point, through the idea of scratching a pale, a stake, or palisade. So these, when you look these, matter of fact, I'm going to see if this pops up, if this shows up. A palisade is a fence or wall made of pointed stakes or posts, often used for defense or to create an enclosure. And if you take this charagma, you're gonna be cut off. You're gonna be enclosed from salvation. Like, you're not gonna be able to get salvation. Let me look at some images just to get. So here, if you look at these, this is referencing to the delivery method, whether it be a syringe, a scalpel, however this charagma is delivered into the person that takes its body. And so from here, we'll go back to G1125, which is grapho, which the word itself, you have graphite, grapho, graph, which means to basically to write. Which you have graphite, which is basically what pencils, the point on a pencil, or that black part of a pencil that leaves the marking that you write with. So this is grapho, to write with reference to the form of the letters. It says to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. So this is the information that will be coded or written into the charagma, that microchip. It's going to have your information, your name, biometrics, your date of birth, your where you live, where you're from, country of origin, blood type, banking information. Everything that you're gonna need in this NWO, this this one world order that Esau Edom is trying to create. So again, Revelation 13 and verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you can't buy or sell, you can't do anything. You can't participate in society. You can't pay rent. You can't buy stuff at the grocery store. You can't go into stores. You can't go into certain places. You can't do anything. You can't participate in society or in this new society that's being built. This is all being built up around you. Like it says, the Palisade. This new society is being built up around you, and you're being enclosed. You're being trapped while it's being built up, and you can't see it. But the elect can see it, because the elect aren't going to be taken up in this. So this is just an article from Gizmodo. It says Apple is developing a brain computer interface, or BCI, and this is from 2 days ago. I believe May 13th. I think it's the 15th right now. So this is Apple is in the early stages of developing brain computer interfaces that would allow people, especially those with mobility issues, to control their iPhones, iPads, and Vision Pro headsets with neural signals captured by a new kind of brain implant. So this isn't new either. This technology has been around for a while, but you have many different companies that are jumping on board in this. So again, before I go too far, you know what? I'm just going to keep reading. I'll come back. According to the Wall Street Journal, Apple is partnering with Synchron, a privately held New York City-based company backed by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. So when you see those two names, matter of fact, any of these names, Apple, Synchron, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, hey, your ears should perk up with whatever these, especially Killy, especially him. Hey, you see his name pop up, hey, it's no good. It means no good for the people, especially you, Jake, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So the BCI industry is projected to grow significantly over the coming decades, and they don't have decades. They got a very short time. This is going to grow quick. They're saying this like they got a long time, but hey, they got a very short time. So you're going to see these things take off because it's in the news. It's here. It's at the forefront. So perhaps the best known player in the space is Elon Musk's Neuralink, which I've gone into lessons on that. As a matter of fact, I think I've done a lesson on Synchron, which as of January has successfully implanted its devices in 3 people. So now you're going to see it take off. You're going to see now there's going to be like a gold rush. There's going to be more and more companies coming out. This is going to be the new thing, like cell phones. Cell phones back in 1999. Hey, not everybody had them. After 2000, 2001, whatever, I think 2003, everybody had to have a cell phone. By 2005, I remember I was in high school. Like, everybody had a cell phone. If you ain't have the Razor, the BlackBerry, the Motorola Razor, you ain't have that, you weren't shit. So what do you think is going to happen in this time where you have this emerging new technology that you can control computers and whatnot with your brain? This thing is going to be like hyped as the next shit. But Historically, most users have relied on both mechanical, though through the use of a keyboard or mouse, and behavioral, through the use of touchscreens or voice interaction with their computers. BCIs eliminate the need for physical movement, expanding device accessibility for people with profound physical impairments. So, I'm not even going to read. I'm going to read this. Synchron's device works with switch control, a pre-existing accessibility feature in Apple's operating system that allows users to remotely control their Mac with external adaptive devices like a joystick or switch. Or now the Stentrode. Since 2019, Synchron has implanted the Stentrode in 10 people. So this has already been going on. They've had people implanted before Neuralink. Neuralink, they get all this hype and stuff like that. Oh, 3 people. They've already had 10 people. They're ahead of. But anyway, go back to the scriptures. This is pretty much the article. This is what's coming. BCIs, the MOTB. You're gonna be able to control computers. You're gonna be able to, do miracles, which this devil has power to do. And I was gonna say this for later, but I'm gonna jump down and come back. So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. Even him, this is speaking of the son of perdition, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Look at who's in rulership right now. Look at who's performing these acts. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan. So this is after the working of Satan. This is not Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. With all power and signs and lying wonders. So let's look at this word for lying wonders. Pseudos terras says a G5059 says a miracle performed by anyone. So you're able to do miracles. How's he doing that? Through his technology. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So this is only going to fool those that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai didn't choose. The non-elect. The rest of the nations, who cares? The whole world is following after the beast. But the 2/3 of Israel here in Babylon the Great, they're going to be deceived by this. Those that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai didn't choose of Israel, they're going to be deceived by this. So this devil has the power to perform miracles. Here it is. You're paralyzed, couldn't do anything, couldn't control the computer or anything like that. But now you can through this devil's technology. So I just wanted to go back. I'm kind of all over the place, Salakia. But this is the device that was talked about in the article. This is called Stentrode. It says Stent Electrode Recording Array. It says the Stent Electrode Recording Array, also known as Stentrode, is a minimally invasive device that uses a stent to deliver an electrode array into a blood vessel in the brain for recording neural activity. So what was that? In the forehead. And this is going to go into your blood vessels. Attaches to your blood vessels. So basically, they have different types of technology. Each one of these different companies, like Neuralink, is a different way. This is different than Neuralink, and so on. You have many different companies out there. It says how it works. The stent electrode or the Stentrode is inserted into a blood vessel, typically a superficial cortical vein, via a catheter angiography. In the electrode array, the stent itself is modified to include small electrode array that can record neural signals from nearby neurons. This method avoids the need for a craniotomy, surgical opening of the skull, and associated risks. So they have a way to get this into your brain without having to, have a surgery. All the way back to 2016. I know I don't know it right now, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a video how they insert it into your brain. It says the chronic recording. The Stentrode can be implanted for extended periods, allowing for chronic recording of brain activity. So this is all really to control you. It says potential applications. The Stentrode can be used to record neural signals and can be translated. The Stentrode can be used to record neural signals that can be translated into commands to control external devices, such as computers or robotic prosthetics. So doing miracles. Neurological orders, it may be used to study and potentially treat neurological conditions by providing access to brain activity data. And deep brain stimulation. I believe I went into a lesson either last week or the week before. The Stentrode can also be used for electrical stimulation of brain tissue, potentially offering a new approach to treating neurological disorders. So this is a miracle. On the left-hand side, this is one of Satan's miracles. But how can Satan cast out Satan? Advantages: reduce invasiveness, minimizes the need for open brain surgery and associated risks, allows for long-term monitoring of brain activity, access to deep brain regions. The endovascular approach can potentially reach deeper brain structures that are difficult to access with traditional methods. So long-term effects. The long-term effects of chronic implantation of electrical stimulation on blood vessels and surrounding tissue need to be further investigated. So they don't even know the long-term effects. Well, I'll tell you the long-term effects. We'll just go to this right here. We're gonna skip past the cancer. We're just gonna go to. This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. This is going to be your long-term effects if you take this man's mark. Revelation 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to take part of the thermonuclear destruction, the ICBMs, this destruction that's coming to Babylon the Great. The angels is going to be here, Yahushua is going to be here, the nukes are going to be here, and you're going to take part of that. You're going to get zapped and fried and turn to dust. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So this is you also going to get sores and infections and cancers and whatnot. But this is the long term. This is what's going to happen to you at the end of this. You going to get destroyed. You going to get burnt up. Let's see here. I had this word for in the etymology for Wiktionary.org for synchronize, because the company's name is Synchron, and you see from their from how they title their products and whatnot. It's short for different things. Like that was Stentrode. It was like Stench Electrode, something recorder. I don't remember exactly, but Synchron is the short for synchronize. Or that's just what came to mind. let me see here. Let me see here for a second. All right. So this is synchronized, and going into what this devil is wanting to do in the future is to merge man and machine. So this is synchronized. It comes from the Greek. It says synchronizo, which means sin is together and chrono is time, and then eyes is to make it to do, pretty much. So synchronizes together in time. So this devil at this point in time is trying to merge man and machine together. So synchronized, it says to cause two or more events or actions to happen at exactly the same time or same rate or in a coordinated way. So this is a very big coordinated effort, because this isn't just Esau Edom. This is all the nations. Those that meet up at these different summits and whatnot. These are all the nations working in unison together. It says to cause, to play in a coordinated way, to cause, to set up. Let me see here. To agree or be coordinated with or complement, to coordinate or combine. So these things, like the first definition, I believe is the best, is to cause two or more events or actions to happen at exactly the same time or same rate or in a time coordinated way. Oops. Man, what am I? I don't even know what I just pressed. Anyway, so these events, this MOTB happening, this is going to happen. The dollars is going to crash. There's going to be a need for a great reset, a big reset. When everything comes back on, it's going to be merged. You're going to have the MOTB. This is how you're going to get back into society. But it's going to have, you're going to be connected to everything. The Internet of Things. You're going to be connected to everything. You're going to be connected to Esau, Edom, the Starlink, whatever. However it's going to work, you're going to be connected to everything. You're really going to be just bowing down. But this is a synchronized, coordinated effort. But just looking at the name and the purpose of this devil. This is a quick Google definition of transhumanism. An AI overview. It says transhumanism is a philosophical movement that envisions enhancing human capabilities and eliminating death through technological advancements. So this devil is trying to become superhuman. He's trying to get the blessings that Yashar Allah, that Israel was given, and he's trying to do it on the left-hand side. He's trying to do this on the left-hand side. He's trying to become superhuman and no longer die. But this blessing is not for him. And all the miracles that you see, this devil doing, they're counterfeit miracles compared to what the righteous will do. It says it aims to improve human faculties, both physical and cognitive, and even eliminate biological limitations. Proponents believe in the use of science and technology to modify human body and mind to improve the human species. So they're trying to, let me see here, let me just get this. They're trying to become like gods. So this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And Lucifer just means light bearer. The light bearer. That's it. It's not the name of Satan. It just means light bearer. And this devil, he's proclaiming himself like he has the light. He has the way. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken. So let me read this again. So, Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So, and the entire earth is weakened through this devil system. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's hand. And all the nations have drunk of this cup. They've gone mad with the different philosophies, through the social media, through feminism, through capitalism, through democracy, through having these phones where you can see, all kinds of depraved things 24/7. Through his drugs, flooding this devil has completely destroyed the earth, the air, the water. The air is polluted, the water is polluted, the food is polluted. There's nothing that is not clean under this devil's rule. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So this devil has said, hey, he's above. He puts himself up as God. He painted himself. He covered up the images of the judges. He covered up Yahushai's image. He covered up the Heavenly Father, Yahweh's image. He's done great evil in the earth. He's also gone up into the heavens. And now he's trying to be a God through transhumanism. And it says 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So through transhumanism, he's trying to be a God himself. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell and to the sides of the pit. So, and hell, it's not a place underground. You're just going to be brought down to the grave. You're going to be brought down. Your kingdom is going to be brought down so low that it's going to be like you never existed. But you're going to be brought down. You're going to be humbled greatly. So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 3, and I'm going to just close out with this. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, and the son of perdition. So that falling away, the Israelites fell away from their heritage completely after the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. And now this son of perdition, this son of destruction, Malachi 1 and verse 4, the border of wickedness is being revealed in these last days. It's being shown clearly who this devil is in the earth. Who has the most military bases around the world, who's going around killing people, who kills people with disease, who has an unnatural hatred towards the Israelites, towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped. So he puts himself above Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. He puts himself above God. He said he doesn't even need him. He says, I will be like a God. We're going to figure this out with transhumanism. We're going to merge man and machine. We're going to overcome death. We're going to overcome the bounds that God set. We're going to overcome this. We can do this. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And he want this micro he wants to put in you is gonna be showing you that. It's gonna be you bowing down to him. You believing that he is your God. So I'm going to jump down. Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed in these last days, whom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or Slakia, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And he's being consumed by the prophets. The prophets revealing him every day. And there's so many videos going out. Is every hour of every day, it seems like. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So, hey, this is who Yahweh Shai, he's gonna, when he returns, this devil is gonna be destroyed by him. But hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of you like Shalom.